So the internet is buzzing and everybody's going crazy with the interview that Cam Newton had with Corey Holcomb. Now we know that Corey Holcomb is known for saying a lot of crazy stuff, especially when it comes to relationships. A lot of things that I disagree with, but some things, whether I agree or disagree, is actually what goes on within the community. So we know that Cam Newton has 8 children by 3 different women. He comes under a lot of scrutiny for that, right? We know that he had a bunch of women by what was her name? Kia Proctor, if I'm not mistaken. Her name was Kia Proctor, right? He had a bunch of children by her. He didn't marry her. And everybody was saying why he didn't marry her. We know that he was cheating on her. He had another child by Lorena Shaw that was an Instagram model. And now he's about to have another child with the comedian Jasmin Brown. And a lot of women are speaking on this. They coming down on Jasmin Brown because on that show, he spoke and said that Jasmin Brown isn't the only woman that he's been with since he's been with her. And a lot of women automatically ran over to her DMs and her social media sites and start just really going in on her, right? But she's a comedian. She went on a world tour and she talked about being the 8th baby mom, and she said, being the 3rd baby mom and having his 8th child. She said this.
If y'all don't know, I'm the 3rd one, and this is his 6th child. Someone said, ooh, right, couldn't have been me. All right, so the rich put that pressure on you.
And now, this is a conversation amongst 2 rich men. And I think the problem that we have is most women like being lied to. And because they don't want to be embarrassed. Where in the communities, we know whether you got money or whether you broke, a lot of these women out here is actually sharing their men anyway. Listen, I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from the block. We already know what goes on. Women know what goes on. But a lot of times, just don't embarrass me. So now when you have 2 men with options speaking like this in a community that's like 75% single mom raised, a lot of these women will go behind another woman's back and sleep with these men anyway because for resources. So we already know what the truth is. But when you say just be honest and just be honest, but when you hear honesty from these men, you don't like it because you want them to lie to you. I'm not dealing with what's right or wrong. I'm dealing with what actually go on. And I've been speaking about this on my channel for years. So now Corey Holcomb pressed Cam Newton about sleeping around with different women, and Cam kept it 100, right? He said his woman is not the only woman that he's been with since they've been together. Jasmin Brown, right? And a lot of women are upset. But a lot of you women that's upset, what about the men you deal with? Or you say you single, so you deal with different men. What about those men you sleeping with now that actually got a woman? See, let's just deal with the real and then go from there. But let's look at what Cam Newton actually said.
You are not finna tell me you up. It's not finna happen.
No. See, you're trying to deflect back to me.
No, I would never do you like that.
But
I got respect for you.
No, here.
But you didn't answer that for a reason.
No. Understand this.
You didn't answer for a reason.
I'm going to answer mine, and then I want you to answer mine too.
I will answer it, brother, and I promise you I won't bullshit with you.
Okay. How long are you talking about?
What you mean? What do you mean, how long I'm talking about?
As long as I've been with Jazz, Jazz has not been the only person that I've had sex with.
I don't know your situation.
But I'm getting personal.
Right. I don't know your situation.
Since you want to take it there. And this is the thing that has...
Do you feel like I'm being disrespectful?
No.
Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No. As long as I've been with Jazz, Jazz has not been the only person that I've had sex with. Jazz allows me to speak to her, and we are able to have banter. And I hate that I embarrassed her because no woman ever wants to admit that openly.
But what? I'm sorry, I want to make sure.
That their person has not always been with them. Only. What has allowed us to begin to get closer in a relationship is that I don't feel that she judges my action. She holds me accountable to my action. And she asks me certain things that, how can I do certain things to better so that this won't be a normalcy for you moving forward? I've never had nobody to really understand how I think. So there's been times where, okay, cool, we're keeping it above. Me and Jazz locked in where it's like, yo, are you okay? No, babe, I'm feeling weak. Okay, what does that mean? Now, folks gonna sit up here and say, oh, she's stupid for doing that. She's giving me something that this is my friend, this is my confidant, this is my person that I go to for recharge. This is my place of refuge. I'm going to her and I don't have to hide nothing from her. And when I see the longevity of our relationship, I know that it's working. It's not that I'm taking advantage of her. If anything, she's giving me something that I've never had.
Now, we all heard what Cam said. And this is Cam being honest, right? He's doing what most men are afraid to do, right? He's saying, this is what it is. And we have a great relationship because she allows me to be me. Now, some women, this might not be for you. But a lot of women went over to her DMs and see, this is the hypocrisy, because these are the same women that'll go behind her back to sleep with Cam. These are the same women. I know how this thing go. I've been around a long time. So they went over to her to watch Jazzy's channel, and she said, "Child, here comes the just checking on. Wait a minute, child, here come the just checking on you DMs. I am fine. Trust me. I know who and what my N-word is. Ain't no secrets or surprises. He can talk to me about anything." A lot of women are upset because they don't have men that they can do that with. And they probably do, but again, like I said, a lot of women like to be lied to. I'm not dealing with whether it's right or wrong. I'm dealing with what actually go on in the communities that we come from. So get out of your emotions. I have my opinion on what's right and wrong, but I'm talking about what people actually do, right? And then why not just be single if you're going to cheat? I feel you, however, men just be wanting to F. Once they do that, they're back to temporarily thinking straight. It's real ghetto out here. I get it. I don't blame y'all for wanting to be single. But if you spend enough time talking to men about this topic, you'll see that it's not as shocking as it may seem. And this is the thing. She's dealing with the aspect of how of how things operate outside. She's actually taking a different approach, not an emotional approach. She's listening to the men. She's watching how men move. I'm not dealing with what's right or wrong. I'm dealing with what actually go on in our communities. So because she was getting pressed, she came out and and actually spoke on this, and she said this.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
Like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And when I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, "Oh, how you guys doing?" And I'm just like, "Girl, he's rotten." I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like, he's rotten. But I love that. Like, I want him to be there. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining, but my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's like, I'm just embracing it. Like, that's who I am. Like, if I love you, I can heal you.
It's your joy.
It is my joy. I love to see him eating the meal that I cooked. I love seeing him sleep easy. Every night, like clockwork, I scratch this man's back to sleep. And I know when he's asleep because I can tell when his breathing changes. And some people might think that's psychotic, but that's like, I just know that's when I'm like, oh, I can stop now. But I find joy in being your rest, So know what that means. And that works for us because he wants what I have to offer.
Now, again, a lot of women are very upset, but the hypocrisy part is a lot of these women that are speaking on this will get in line to be with Cam. If not, Future wouldn't have all those children. I mean, I can name so many of these type of men, right? Have so many children by the same type of women, but these be the same women criticizing other women for doing it. This is the hypocrisy that go on in our community. And I dare somebody to tell me I'm wrong because y'all know I'm right. I'm speaking on what we actually see. Why these men have multiple children? She said it. She said, well, I might not agree with it, but I got $100 million man. A lot of y'all messing with Kenny that work at Kenny's shoes. You can't even get your baby. Listen, your baby father ain't got nothing, and you cheat on your baby father with men with money. This is the stuff that go on. So, like I said, in our communities, a lot of the men ain't right, the women ain't right, the whole way of thinking ain't right. So, but Corey Holcomb was pressed then by Cam Newton about his women. And he talked about having a whole roster of women and dealing with these different women, right? Check this part out.
A part of the network, so to speak. How many women do you deem is enough for your network?
I don't know. I mean, I'm getting older. I'm slowing down. So, you know, what happens when you get older physically? You have to slow down. You can't keep up with all of them physically. But I'm here for you if you need my guidance.
So with this network, right? Is it okay for the multiple women that you have in your network to also venture off to see other men?
Hell no. You see other men, I ain't mad at you, but you get played like the girls who got other roosters in the hen house. I can't never tell you what to do. I'm saying as far as I go with that, if you mess with other guys, you part of that category. I still got a spot for you. I always can find a spot for you. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be in that upper echelon. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that.
I don't think it happens that often. Like I would say it's very rare. Out of 100 men with power, you might find 2 that only have one woman.
I'm gonna say this, right? Do I agree with those brothers? 80% no. No, I don't. I don't agree with them. I've been married 23 years. I have my own way of life, my own way of doing things. But this is the thing. Women say their body, their choice, right? So if it's your body, your choice, you're knowingly, willingly going over to deal with these type of men. You're making a conscious effort to deal. When I was in the streets and I was selling dope and I was running wild, I had access to all kinds of women because of the lifestyle I had. It didn't matter if I was short, only 5'7". It didn't matter if I was maybe too light or maybe had acne back then. None of that. It just mattered that I had money. That's all they cared about. So she spoke about this, right? A regular guy, just a regular 9-to-5 working man for the most part, he won't have access to be able to do this kind of stuff. She told you. These Instagram models, all these women come online and talk about what a man need to have and all this kind of stuff. Man, listen, there is no sister. These are the same women that go behind the back. These guys have a platform to speak this way because there's always an available woman providing coochie. Always. How about we talk about that part? That part. They always have a platform because there's always availability. But if you walk into a room, right, all these women got all kinds of bad things to say, or go over to Jasmin Brown, getting at her, girl, you shouldn't do this, so she can stop talking to him so they can be baby mama number 9. It goes on every day. In all my 49 years of living, I've seen it every day. There's hypocrisy, like I said, I don't agree with all of those things. Now, this is the thing. If you are consenting adults and you agree with this, and this is the lifestyle that you cool with, then it's y'all business. And I tell y'all, a lot of you hypocrite women, stay out of it. It's none of your business. Because a lot of y'all are sleep with them too for resources. A lot of y'all will say, and I hear women say all the time, well, they cheat anyway, so I might as well go on ahead and get the resources to get what I need to get. They already live like that. So why you mad? Why you mad at Cam for having his opinion when you already messing around with somebody that got somebody? You already having non-committal sex already. You're single. You live a single life. You have non-committed sex already. So what you mad at Cam for? And this is what goes on. This is the stuff that I've been talking about. Casual sex in the black community. You have a lot of men, right? You have a lot of men out here that's running around slinging ding-a-ling all over the place. But a man can't be a dog without a willing participant woman. So, like I said, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is, right? As a man, would I like to be able to have sex with multiple women at times? Absolutely, in my lower self. But when I'm operating from my higher self, operating and walking with the Most High, no, because I fear the Most High more than my actual desires, my lower desires. I'm gonna say it again. I fear the Most High more than my actual lower desires. A lot of y'all, is putting y'all own traumas, your own past traumas with men or women onto Jasmin Brown and Cam Newton. They ain't got nothing to do with y'all. This is their life that they're living. This is what they choose to do. I don't see none of y'all out there condemning all those baby moms that go get pregnant by Future. So, but this is the stuff y'all. A lot of y'all celebrate this kind of behavior, but then get mad when a man tell you honesty. It's hypocrisy at its finest. Y'all love WAP. Y'all love the stuff Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj and all the stuff that they promoting. OnlyFans. Don't tell us what to do with our coochie. My body, my choice, right? Y'all love all that. But then you mad at Cam Newton for exploiting it. We got to get our minds together. I've been speaking out for years online about guys like Cam Newton and women that participate in that. Casual sex and no accountability. So now when you get people to be honest about it, hey, this is what we doing. We doing what y'all already do. Now y'all upset. Hypocrisy, man. I'm going to cut this video short here, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.